Namaste everyone. My name is Pranav Andocha. I belong to Faculty of Law and Governance, and in this session I am going to talk about e-commerce. So e-commerce means electronic commerce, and traditional communication devices like post, telegraph including telephone played a very important role in formation of contract. We have heard a lot about the cases like Bhagwan Das versus Girdhari Lal, wherein we have read and heard cases that from post a sender sent the post about intimation of contract or intimation of certain information that I want to enter into contract all over the globe. And but with the given time, this thing changed, and with the advent of internet, things have changed upside down. So then came instant communication system. So after the formation of contract, there was no uniformity in the information format. That is, the information format was not standard for doing business. Different trading partners were using different purchase order forms, invoices, shipping notices, export import information form, fund transfer form. So there was this disparity or non-uniformity amongst the trading community. And this obstacle, this drawback, was removed by software called Electronic Data Interchange (EDI), which replaced human readable paper on electronic based document with machine readable electronic coded documents. So electronic data interchange resulted in paperless environment where senders computer creates the message and receiver's computer interprets it without human involvement. And this was the beginning of e-commerce. So what is this e-commerce? Unlike ancient times, and by ancient time I means till 70s, 80s, e-commerce is a new way of e-commerce became a gateway of technology, technological success of Indian business scenario in the era of information explosion. And the e-commerce has revolutionized the information sector all the way all the way revolutionary. Uh, this has revolutionized business activities not in only India but globally through the use of information and digital technology in the new millennium. So digital technology provides effective communication platform to communicate to the consumers directly or through online marketing. It means conducting business through network technology. As I told you, e-commerce means application of electronic commerce. E, the word E, is a question of technical capability, and commerce is the way in which the capability is applicable. So, e-commerce in a way is a new way of conducting, executing, and managing business transactions using modern information technology. The internet has provided 24 hours a day, sorry, 7 days a week, anytime and anywhere. Theoretically, the internet is the main technology whereby all elements of commercial transaction can be conducted on an interactive basis with more than one person, unconstrained by time and pace and space limitations. In a multimedia, low cost saving as well as it increased competitiveness and efficiency through the redesign of traditional business. E-commerce, hence, is a business practice and involves use of computer system, and computer network. So, what could be the appropriate definition of e-commerce? E-commerce uh, has been defined again. There is no concrete definition of e-commerce, and many people call e-commerce a commerce based on bytes, right? So basically, e-commerce means doing business over internet, selling goods and services which are delivered offline, as well as products which can be digitized and delivered online, such as this video, right? This is also part and parcel of the transaction of e-commerce, doing business whatsoever. Uh, so WTO defines electronic contracts in a very unique way, right? WTO tried to explain uh, e-commerce as the production, distribution, marketing, sales, or delivery of goods and services by electronic means. So the six main instruments of e-commerce that have been recognized by WTO are telephone, fax, TV, electronic payment, and money transfer system, and the internet. So, but European Union defines electronic commerce as a general concept covering a form of business transaction or information exchange executed using information and communication technology, uh, uh, between companies, between customers, between public administrations. So electronic commerce include electronic trading of goods, services, and electronic media. Ultimately, United Nations report of electronic commerce and development uh, culminated all forms of different definitions that has been provided to e-commerce. So the list included four major form of definitions of electronic commerce. The first one defines electronic commerce is the carrying out of business activities that led to an exchange of values across telecommunication networks. Secondly, e-commerce simply is a commercial transaction of services in an electronic format. Thirdly, electronic commerce refers to generally to all form of transaction relating to commercial activities, including both organizations and individuals, that are based upon the processing and transmission of digitized data, which includes text, sounds, and visual images. Now, from a communication perspective, e-commerce is a delivery of information, products, service, or payment via telephone line or computer network or any other means. So, what could be the scope of e-commerce, right? And what could be the limits of e-commerce? So, to get a grasp of overall scope and nature of e-commerce propositions, it is required to have a look at the constituent parts of trading over a network. So the mainstream e-commerce consists of three areas: electronic markets, electronic data interchange, and as I told, uh, electronic commerce, which includes internet commerce. Now let's try to understand what all these three things mean. So electronic market is the use of information and communication technology to present a range offering which is available in a market segment, so that the purchaser can compare the prices and other attributes of the offering and make a purchase decision. The evolution of the information society is often compared to the industrial revolution on the terms of its consequences. Now comes now secondly we come to electronic data interchange. Electronic data interchange or EDI is used to by organizations for transactions that occur on a regular basis to predetermined format. EDI is intercompany computer to computer communication of standard business transaction in a standard format that permits the receiver to perform the intended transactions. In execution of simple trade exchange, the customer's order can be sent by ETI and delivered notification from the supplier can use EDI to send invoices and the customer can finish the trade cycle with the electronic fund. Transfer via bank and on EDI notification to supplier. All of these formulate electronic uh, data interchange. Now, internet electronic commerce. So, the basic element of internet e-commerce are that the consumer with a computer hooked up to the internet and the content provider who has set up an internet application and installed it in it on the internet linked computer and consumer trade transaction are open to anyone with an internet connection, and e-shopping is everywhere in the world and it is open 24 hours a day. So Myntra, Ajio, Amazon, Flipkart, all of these are example of internet e-commerce. So what could be the goals of e-commerce? E-commerce helps in achieving certain goals like reach new markets, create new products or services, build customer loyalty, enrich human capital, make the best use of existing and emerging technologies, achieve market leadership and competitive advantage. So in a way it is based on the traditional methods of doing business, but this is happening in an electronic environment. Now we will see what are various types of e-commerce. Now there are various types of e-commerce, but we can divide them formally into six categories. The first one is termed as e-hub, and it also includes electronic data interchange, that is business to business. So business to business is also termed as e-hub, and it includes electronic data interchange. Now comes business to consumer. It includes electronic newsing, e-learning, e-service, etc. etc. Now comes consumer to business. Includes commercial transaction between consumers and businessmen in an online shopping or trading. Now, second comes now fourth come to consumer that you have see uh, on eBay kind of websites, wherein consumer OLX kind of websites, wherein consumer sells and buys amongst themselves. Fifth could be business to government, right? And sixth could be government to consumer. Now, business to government and government to consumers are the product of 21st century only. So earlier there were business to consumer, consumer to business, and consumer to consumer were the prominent four categories of e-commerce. But now business to government and government to consumers has also been included in the types of e-commerce. So what could be main reasons of the growth of e-commerce? That is digital convergence, uh, digital revolution that has been happened, availability of 24 into 7 availability, right? And the positive changes, like it tries to bring positive changes in an organization. Availability of mobiles and personal resources, and also e-commerce helps in reducing administrative and operating costs. And obviously if cost is decreased, profit margins will automatically increased, and demand for customized products and services are also increasing. That is why e-commerce is growing, and all of these are advantages of e-commerce. Now what could be the disadvantages? The disadvantages is that in a country like India, people are technology, they are in phobia of technology, or there are only few people who trust electronic mode of commerce. So there is this lack of trust, and in commerce there is this lack of satisfaction that like in physical kind of commerce, you go to market and you personally examine the product, but in e-commerce this is absent. Now, maintenance of website, it includes labor cost, training and maintenance. It also includes cost. So all of this are various disadvantages of e-commerce. Now, in the next session, we will try to understand what are the various types of e-contract, or what are e-records and e-contracts, which are basically administering, helping the e-commerce in its growth. Thank you.